In Pakistan, women and children among the worst affected by the massive floods in Pakistan recently. They are the worst vulnerable to emotional and mental stress, as well as the threat of disease and exposure. Our crew in Pakistan has this report.
After the waters recede, a new danger emerges in Pakistan. The presence of millions of flies is one clue that a multitude of diseases await the survivors of the country's worst flood in generations. The country's overstretched resources are not coping with the needs of millions of displaced people. In the district of Nowshera, children are attacked incessantly by flies, and people are unable or unwilling to do anything. Flies are the carriers of cholera, diarrhea, eye and skin diseases. The scenes in Nowshera is repeated all throughout the affected region like Chardasa. At the shelter in the district's sugarcane village, where 150 displaced families are placed, between 10 and 15 new cholera cases are reported daily. Half of the victims are always women and children. Dr. Muhammad Uzair of the Pakistani Aid Organization NCHD said the disease is barely being contained at the moment. He said, however, the district's stock of medical supply is fast running out.
So the patients are coming with complications. Simple patients that came with simple diseases, they are now coming up with complications.
Since the camp was set up a month ago, the medical team has also attended to 4 births. One of the newest arrivals is 15-day-old Farouk, who has since been affected by skin disease.
At least 17 people were killed after a suicide bomber detonated a car bomb in an alley behind a police station in Pakistan. The blast in Lucky Marwat also injured 40 people, which also shattered the station and neighbouring homes.
The dead included 9 police officers, 4 adult civilians and 4 children going to school. Police say 45 officers were in the building when the bomber struck, and many of the wounded lay wailing in pain as relatives comforted each other. Emergency workers used heavy machinery to move the rubble of the mostly destroyed police station. A neighbourhood shop and mosque also were partly destroyed. The Pakistani Taliban claimed responsibility for the attack, saying they targeted the police for encouraging residents to set up militias to fight the fighters, locally known as Lakshas. The group pledged to carry out additional attacks unless the militias disbanded. Several months ago, the police chief of Lucky Marwat district was killed in a suicide bombing, and fighters have carried out a string of attacks in the area since then. In recent days, they have launched attacks across the nation aimed at destabilizing the country and weakening a civilian government already struggling with a massive flooding that has displaced millions and caused widespread destruction.
Bencana banjir yang melanda Pakistan sebulan lalu memaksa sejuta penduduk tinggal dalam kemah sebagai tempat perlindungan sementara. Tanpa keperluan asas seperti bekalan air bersih dan elektrik menyebabkan sebahagian mangsa hidup dalam keadaan daif. Laporan bersama kru bernama TV yang kini berada di perkampungan Cak Sari di wilayah Kasarda.
Banjir besar yang sebulan lalu melibatkan 500,000 daripada 4 juta penduduk di wilayah Charsada. Kini mereka tinggal dalam kemah sebagai tempat tinggal sementara. Di perkampungan Cak Sari ini misalnya, ia menempatkan lebih 4,000 mangsa bencana banjir daripada 21 kampung. Mereka yang tinggal di sini dianggap bernasib baik kerana ia dikendalikan badan kerajaan iaitu National Rural Support Program NRSP. Mangsa bencana dibekalkan dengan kemah yang agak selesa selain bergotong royong memasak makanan mengikut giliran. Tidak seperti di tempat lain, bekalan air bersih juga tidak menjadi isu.
The water in the open wells and the surrounding area is not safe to drink, but we are actually providing them clean drinking water with another organization. You know about the Medicine Sans Frontier, MSF organization basically. So they are actually providing to this camp 21,000 liters of clean drinking water daily 3 times a day.
Dr. Maksud ditemui selepas menerima kehadiran Misi Bantuan Bencana Banjir diketuai Presiden Kelab Putra 1 Malaysia, Datuk Abdul Aziz Abdul Rahim, yang turut menyampaikan sumbangan berbentuk selimut, perubatan dan makanan. Dr. Maksud berkata dilema penduduk kini adalah kedatangan musim sejuk November nanti. Dengan cuaca sejuk di bawah 10 darjah Celsius, tanpa sebarang kelengkapan seperti pakaian dan selimut tebal, mangsa bencana terpaksa mengharungi kesengsaraan sekali lagi.
Ibarat padang jarak padang terkukur, beginilah suasana kemah yang menempatkan mangsa bencana banjir di Pakistan ini. Persoalannya sejauh mana mereka mampu tinggal di kawasan ini tanpa perkara asas seperti air dan bekalan api. Dan mereka terpaksa tinggal di sini kira-kira setahun sebelum mereka boleh kembali ke rumah masing-masing. Laporan Kairono Yahya dan jurukamera Norang Faizul, Jaksari, Pakistan.
Aidilfitri is but a few days away. On the first day of Shawwal, Muslims around the world will burst into celebration. But for over 30 million Pakistanis, the festive season will bring neither joy nor celebrations. About 20% of the country's 180 million people have lost their homes in the disastrous flooding of the last few weeks. For them, Aidilfitri will be marked in refugee tents scattered around the country. Bernama TV reports from Karachi.
The floods have forced Pakistanis to squeeze themselves like sardines into cramped tents. Worse still is that the victims are forced to depend on the charity and goodwill of the donors, including the international community, to get food for themselves and their children. Their Aidilfitri feast will be limited to wheat bread cooked plain on a pan without oil and shared among several members of the family. Unlike Malaysians, there will be no new clothes, fine shoes or fancy furniture to mark the great religious event.
कुछ न कह देन था कुछ कहना था देन जाते राशो आ जाते रवाजा उते देन था असा ईअं बुक मरन था असा के कुछ न था देन के भजन था असा भजन न था पंहिंजे इज्जत में घुमा आहियूं घर हा सभु शइ असांजो ॿुॾी उते वियो आहे बस
ईद फित्री
हा गिदरा हिंदाणा असां कच्चे में पोखंदा आहियूं उते सभु लुड़ी विया बच्चे वठी हिते आया हिते माल के सामने मानी टुकर कभी मिलते कभी नहीं मिलते
हमारा सब कुछ बह गया हमारे पास कुछ भी नहीं है नहीं राशन मिलता है नहीं खाना मिलता है टाइम पे गरीब लोग हैं हम लोग मददगार के लिए यहाँ बैठे हैं हम लोगों का यही गुजारिश है कि सरकार हमको कोई भी इमदाद देवे जो भी हमारे से हो उनसे हो सके हमारे को दे हम अपनी जगह में वापस लौट कर चले जाएं ये हमारे सरकार से गुजारिश है
Bernama TV's lenses recorded heartbreaking images of starving children clamoring for kuih baulu, handed out by members of the Putra One Malaysia Club 8 mission to the country. For these people, celebrating Aidilfitri comes a distant second to the daily battle for survival.
Bertemu kembali dan selamat berbuka puasa. Malah kita mulakan dengan berita ini. Misi Bencana Banjir Kelab Putra 1 Malaysia ke Pakistan yang masuk hari ke-6 mendapat penghargaan pelbagai pihak. Dan misi 68 anggota yang separuh daripadanya terdiri daripada doktor itu dianggap sebagai jalinan persaudaraan antara dua negara yang sememangnya kukuh. Tidak kira di waktu senang maupun susah.
Di Pakistan, nama Malaysia sudah tidak asing di kalangan rakyat negara itu. Selain terkenal sebagai sebuah negara Islam yang kukuh ekonomi dan dihuni secara harmoni dengan masyarakat pelbagai keturunan dan agama, masyarakat Malaysia bagi rakyat Pakistan turut dianggap sebagai warga yang prihatin terhadap masalah lain. Justru tidak hairan ke mana saja rombongan Misi Bantuan Bencana Kelab Putra 1 Malaysia pergi menghulurkan bantuan, masyarakat tempatan akan mengerumuni anggota kelab itu. Kehadiran mereka bukan sekadar inginkan bantuan tetapi berkenalan secara dekat dengan rakyat Malaysia.
On behalf of the people of Pakistan and on behalf of particularly people of Sindh, I would like to thank the Malaysian government and the Prime Minister, Her Excellency, that she has sent this team of doctors with all the support, with all the logistics.
I think that was the good decision of our government while signing the FTA with Malaysia instead of other countries, because which is now showing that they are not only our partner at the good days, but they are our partner of our bad time.
They get up early in the morning, then they wander in our districts till the sunset. So I really appreciate and I really want to thank the Malaysian government, the Malaysia Putra Club, and all my colleagues who have been here, who have brought this message of brotherhood and harmony.
Presiden Kelab Putra 1 Malaysia, Dato' Abdul Aziz Abdul Rahim berkata, misi berkenaan di Karachi adalah fasa kedua selepas fasa pertama di Peshawar selesai. Katanya misi di wilayah berkenaan mensasarkan pemberian bantuan kepada 6,000 penerima.
Kita ada banyak lagi yang sedang kita agihkan. Setakat hari ini 200,000 balang kuih raya telah kita agihkan ke seluruh daripada Peshawar sampailah hari ini ke Karachi ke fasa kedua. Kita masih ada lagi lebih kurang sebuah lori lagi kuih raya dan juga makanan tempatan kita dengan buah kurma.
Katanya misi itu akan mengadakan program Mega Aidilfitri bersama penduduk tempatan pada 1 Syawal. Misi bantuan bencana itu dijangka tamat Sabtu ini dan anggota dijangka sampai ke tanah air pada Ahad.